Now, before we jump into this conversation, I wanted to thank the sponsor of this video, adamandeve.com. Adamandeve.com is the premier website for marital aids. If you're looking for something to spice up your life, I think you might really enjoy it. Why do I keep becoming British? It's been around for 50 years and 20% of the proceeds go to fighting against HIV and AIDS. If you go to adamandeve.com and put in the code CAT50, you'll get 50% off of your purchase at adamandeve.com. And yes, they do have discreet shipping. Get in the kitchen and make me a sandwich. The anti-feminist war cry that I've heard ever since I had the audacity, the unmitigated gall to say that I was a feminist on the internet. It's something that I used to hear all the time from internet edgelords who haven't quite found the Jocasta to their Oedipus, who have become frustrated that women have become too much like Athena. I forget that not everybody is a Greek mythology nerd. We just had International Women's Day. And for the men who are curious, yes, we do have International Men's Day. It's November 19th. You gotta wait a couple of months. And Burger King decided to make a very interesting post, and I wanted to talk to you guys about it. In their now deleted Twitter thread, they said, "Women belong in the kitchen." If they want to, of course, yet only 20% of chefs are women. We're on a mission to change the gender ratio in the restaurant industry by empowering female employees with the opportunity to pursue a culinary career. We are proud to be launching a new scholarship program which will help female Burger King employees pursue their culinary dreams. So they were being naughty. They were being a little naughty by giving us a clickbait and giving us a bait and switch. I don't know why I'm British all of a sudden. Oh, it's because it was posted by Burger King UK. You know what I mean? And I think that because it was posted in the UK, I had to read it in a UK language. I don't want comments. As you can imagine, a lot of people did not like this tweet. This tweet did not go the way that I think they thought it would go. My first thought was, are they literally just saying that they want to hire more women at Burger King? Is that what this is all about? But then I looked into it a little bit more, and what it actually is they're taking some female employees who currently work at Burger King who are interested in going to culinary school and giving them culinary scholarships, which I think is absolutely amazing. It should be kind of shocking to people that cooking is considered such women's work, and yet we don't see a ton of women leading the culinary industry. Anecdotally, some of you guys know that my ex was interested in the culinary field. He did not go to culinary school at all whatsoever. He just got a job in a restaurant, and he, with absolutely no experience, was able to go into this restaurant and make decisions on the menu because the owner liked him. And when I think about stuff like that, and I think about it in comparison to this sort of conversation, I think that's a perfect example of how women often are not granted that degree of consideration. So I think that Burger King doing something like this is great. And I really felt that way until I read the fine print. So this tweet apparently was part of a larger campaign, and they actually had printed pieces of paper that said women belong in the kitchen and the same sort of thing. And if you read the small print on that particular page, it actually says that they're only awarding two scholarships to women, and both scholarships are only going to be $25,000. Now, listen, I went to school, I filled out my FAFSA. I hope y'all filled out your FAFSA. And I'm not gonna say that $25 is absolutely nothing, right? But Burger King is a $10 billion company. They are a $10 billion company. And for me, my sort of issue in quotations with this is that if you're going to act like you are attempting to close the gender gap in the industry, I think y'all could have done more than just two scholarships, you know? I think that if you did maybe 5, maybe even 10, that might put a bit of a dent, because of course you get women in there, they might be able to help other women the way that men have helped men. You know, it's weird for me to see corporations do stuff like this. They post something like this on Women's History Day, and we're all supposed to turn to Burger King and say, oh my God, aren't you so great? Aren't you so amazing? And it backfired. It upset people more than it should. Now, of course, listen, this is Internet 101. You piss a lot of people off, you're gonna get a lot of attention. And so I think that it it was effective in that now we know that Burger King is throwing money at some women who want to be in the culinary industry. But my problem kind of is that we don't need to see that, you know? We don't need to see that. And I promise you, there was more money put into this campaign than there was ever going to be put into funding these scholarships, you know what I mean? Like, just printing this stuff, you know, had to cost more than $50,000, you know? I don't think it's important that we know that Burger King is supporting women in the culinary industry. In fact, I think it might be even better for them to actually support those women, put them through college, and then say, hey, look, here are 10 women that we've helped go through culinary school, and this is an amazing contribution that we're making. Now listen, this is me giving corporations free advice on how to, you know, be woke on social media, which to me is cringe. It's cringe, you know? Like, I appreciate that Burger King is supporting women or whatever, feminism or whatever. But I think if you want to seem like you are, you know, doing the things for the women working to end the gender gap in the culinary industry, I think you could have done a bit more. For a $10 billion company, you could definitely afford the $250,000 of supporting 10 women in the culinary industry. I just think that that was a thing you could have done. I think that's possible. So yeah, I mean, I'm kind of divided because I feel like it was kind of genius for them to do something like this, but at the same time, I think that it kind of, you know, made it harder for people to even know what they were doing. I'm sure a lot of people didn't even see the thread. I think a lot of people just saw Burger King tweet out that women belong in the kitchen. I'm really curious if you guys think that this was an effective way for Burger King to communicate their message. I'm not offended by any means. Like, I kind of think it's funny. I think a lot of really weird things are funny, but what do you think about Burger King being a $10 billion company that's only willing to put $50,000 towards supporting women in culinary? I think that they could do a lot more. They don't have to, but I think that they could definitely do a lot more, especially if they want credit for helping to end the gender gap in the culinary industry. That's just my personal opinion. Very, very curious what you guys have to say. So as per usual, please be sure to give me your comments in the comment box below. Anyway, if you made it through this entire video, please put this emoji in the comment box below. The emoji is what all the cool kids do. All the cool kids are meeting at the Blaque King after school, and we're all getting some burgers and, you know, some malts. And if you're interested in joining us, you can sit at our table, but like, you're gonna have to put the emoji in the comment section first, because, you know, it's just like a thing. Like, we just don't let anybody sit at our table unless they have the emoji in the comment section. Like, I'm so sorry, but like, we would love to accept you and have you, but like, yeah, it's just, you have to put the emoji or you can't have my chocolate shake. So yeah, it is what it is. I'm not the leader here. I don't make the rules, you know, just put the emoji in and you can sit at our table. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.